All right, epic relationships. What do they look like? What do they feel like? Just what are they? And the other day I did a video where I posed this question of like, hey, what does your perfect person look like? Whether you're a guy or girl, you need to come up with a list of maybe 20, 25 qualities as to what your perfect person, like who they are and what they look like. So that way, as you're out in the world, your brain is going to work for you, because we have this thing in our brain called the reticular activation system that sort of filters through reality and helps us find what we're looking for. So as this is going down, your brain is working for you because you've taken the time to pre-identify what it is that you want in your life. So that's the perfect person. And that's the first step of having a quality relationship, right? So what does an epic relationship look like? So this is using your reticular activation system to find opportunities in the reality with your perfect partner. You know, I say perfect, you know, we have to live within reality, but you know, we put some effort into this, right? So you're looking for opportunities with your perfect partner to do this epic stuff. Okay, so you need to think about what does an epic relationship look like in order to find the opportunities in the real world to make it happen. So let's just talk about, you know, my view of what that looks like. And then I really want anybody that's watching this video to put in the comments below, what are things that I left out? What are things that you envision yourself doing with that perfect person? Or maybe you already have that perfect person and something that you already really enjoy doing, and explain why. Okay, so as I think about it off the top of my head, the first thing is late night conversations under the stars, maybe with a glass of wine, bottle of beer, whatever. It's just, there's no place in the world you'd rather be with no other person that you'd rather be, where you connect on that really deep level and you can feel it in here. You're not rushing through the conversation. You feel understood and you understand them. And it's like you have that deep emotional connection. You're taking the time to make that happen. I love that almost more than anything else. That's my number one answer, is that deep spiritual connection with somebody. Secondly, I would say, you know, like not necessarily spontaneous sex, but sex in epic places. So for example, maybe over the kitchen countertop, maybe over the hood of the car, maybe, yeah, I want to say like in a waterfall after a hike, but you know, on a hike, you're probably going to get sweaty or whatever. So you got to factor reality into some of this stuff. Maybe like on a bearskin rug by the fireplace, right? So you want to do things that make you feel like a man, right? And do things that make the woman feel like a woman. And I think sex is a great way for that to happen. And so you come together in these maybe partially spontaneous ways. Maybe you plan some of this stuff out, but it feels like an experience that enriches the both of you. And I'd say that's the second thing. Maybe another thing is just like the ability to goof off together, right? So the funny songs in the cars, like you go to the shop, you go grocery shopping together, and you're messing around. Maybe you knock a box of cereal off the aisle and you know, blame it on the other person with the other people around you, or just whatever it takes, you know, to be fun, to have fun together. And with that, you know, you got to be willing to be self-deprecating. Yeah, but you got to loosen up and not worry about what other people think about you. It's like when you're together and you're having so much fun, the only thing that matters is, did you make that other person laugh? You know, as opposed to, oh, what are these other people around me? What are they thinking about me at the moment, right? So that ability to have fun, you know, that deep soul discussion, those kind of those kind of opportunities, and then the great sex. I don't think sex should be routine. Sometimes when you have kids, you know, you have to plan after the kids go to sleep. Maybe it's in the guest room or whatever because the kids come into your room. Like, I realize there's weird logistics in family relationships, but you want it to be something that you feel. I think the key with epic relationships is that you're connected in the heart at all times. And how are you going to do that if you didn't take the time to find that perfect person for you, or at least somebody that meets your qualifications the best you can identify in the dating phase, and then you've taken time to figure out things that you like to do together? You know, always be planning dates, right? You should have a date like once a week if you can afford it, and be planning out, and not routine. You know, it should be something new, should be something exciting that you would both enjoy, and the man should be coming up with the stuff to do. You know, women are really good at finding things to do. Like a lot of women that I've dated, like, have found like fun events off Facebook events, or they've come up with things to do. And if they think of it first, they mention it, it's like, okay, great, let's do that. That sounds like a great idea. But you want to try to beat them to the punch, right? You want to be the leader of the dynamic, and you want to have that same inventive streak that a lot of women have. And I think that the best you know, to the degree that you can do that, the more likely are to have an epic relationship. So, okay, so we said spontaneous sex or really epic sex. We said, that deep level soul discussion, and we said the ability to just mess around and have fun. And I want to hear what you guys have to say. So those are my big three. I didn't put a lot of thought into this. I'm just rattling this off in front of the camera as best I can. And I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. Drop your comments below and let me know what you think is an epic relationship and what does that entail.